Well, well, well. If it isn't Mumamo. I'm looking deep into the chat and I'm asking, can you hear me? Raymond Stegman says, sets off the air horn in front of a bullhorn even. That is quite a noise you're making. Squire says, howdy y'all. Good to see you, friend. Paul's here as well. Alex, was that you?
Yeah, I said howdy.
Yes, howdy. Good to see you. Music. Okay, great. I bet you smell the Gravy Factory working overtime. Excellent, Grant. Good to see you. Who else is in here? Tempo's in here as well. We've got Grant Anderson, King Snarf, David Bolak, Paul, Apu. Good to see you, friend. Look at everybody. Learn music. We've got just a full house today. Everybody hanging
Because
out.
it's the most exciting episode of the quarter.
Right?
It really
It's the best episode of the season.
It is. It is. And a episode that I would be, if I didn't have these two fine fellas to hang out with, boy, it would be a mess. Because sometimes the chat comes up with stuff that I'm like, I don't even know.
Right?
I don't even know what they're talking about. But it's the planning episode, everyone. We've made it. I think that this is our 70th planning episode,
Mm-hmm.
which is really exciting. Very exciting. Good evening from London, says Simon.
Oh, wow. Welcome, Simon.
Hip, hip, old bean, to you. Let's see. SC Terra Marine, good to see you. David Bodie, nice to see you on YouTube this time. Yeah. You know, you can hang out on YouTube. You can, SC Terra Marine is over on, what is it called? Twitch. And and Apuka's talking to us from Discord.
Right?
Yeah. So we get our Discord chat back, which I'm really excited about.
That's great.
Yeah. Super, super great. Let's see here. Yeah, it's our planning episode, and for those folks who are maybe you're new, we'll let you know that this is the time for us to connect with you and create the calendar for 3-ish months thereabouts. If we were to extend the program, we would be able to plan the whole entire year. That's a little premature.
Back in the early days of Mumamo, we didn't do planning at all.
That's right.
And we eventually added a planning episode when we decided, hey, maybe we could do some planning.
That's right. And it worked out really nicely. It turns out, I mean, you hear about this planning stuff and you're like, whatever.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, sounds suspicious. But, in this case, it does work out. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Nice.
Spiffing.
Yeah.
The look on Alex's face, I think he's getting used to the microphone being so close to his mouth.
Right.
It's trying to touch me.
The microphone should have more respect for your personal space.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's just your biggest fan. The like button is broken. Can someone check it? Yeah, I'm not sure it's working. If someone could maybe give it a little click just to let us know. I think it could be, a little tap. So just one will do. Yeah, and that really is, jokes aside, if you are hanging out and you're over there on Facebook, you're over there on the YouTubes, or you're hanging out at Twitch, give us a like and make sure you share it with a friend and let them know that they don't want to miss this. Speaking of don't want to miss this, so this is how we'll do it. We'll look at the schedule. There are some things that are I have at least one episode that's already baked in. We'll talk about that before this month is over. We have one day in this month to program. Let me get to it.
Hold your ideas, folks, just for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. Love the ideas, though. They're already coming. David Bullock. That was great, David. I love that idea. It's broken. Let's give it a click to see if it works. Okay, so we're on the 10th, as you can see here. And I'm going with dark this time around. Because, let's see how it works. And we've got the 24th. Now, we've already got that plugged in. We're going to take the 17th off.
Mm-hmm.
The 24th is going to be Kate the Great, a good friend, streaming with Cloud. Cloud is out there. Cloud. Double tap to be safe. No, that's the opposite of what you want to do. You want to double tap. You want to single tap. Undoing all your good work. DJ Alex is on the air with some smooth jazz. Yeah.
The Quiet Storm. 106.7.
So what we're going to do, and I'm really excited about this. It's a little different, but we're going to go through heroes and villains submitted to the think tank
Mm-hmm.
and talk about their cosplayability. And I think we'll throw in a few main characters as well. Some of our heroes, well-known heroes and villains as well. I'm
Right.
telling you, I want
Are we
cosplay so
solely
bad.
going to look at cropped pictures centered on their crotches?
We are. That'll be the way. Yes, many refer to the gallery of heroes and villains as the crotch gallery, and the reason is
Mhm.
when you submit something to the tank, they center it at the they center on the image, and
Right.
oftentimes when you're looking at a body shot, right around the middle of that shot is the crotch, and so
Yep.
yeah, so we will
Yeah.
review the entire photo, not just the crotch.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
we'll
Getting
make
the
sure.
getting the complete picture, as it were.
That's right. We'll make sure that you can costume yourself head to toe.
Not crotch first.
Not
Right.
crotch first, right? Exactly. Unless it's some kind of villain, I don't know. I'm
Sure.
not here to judge. But okay, so that pretty much handles February, right? Now
Yes, it
we're
does.
in we're into March. Now
So we're already into March.
we're
It's crazy.
already into March. Exactly. The codpiece is the most important piece of the costume. Indeed, indubitably. All right, so now
Mhm.
we're looking at Monday the 3rd. We've got
Right.
some stuff rolling already. Now, guys, did you come with some notions already packed in your skull?
Oh, one or two, but I'd like to see what our faithful chat would like us to talk about
Same thing.
first and foremost.
Excellent.
I haven't
Um,
had a single thought all day. So
Right? Not a
yeah,
one.
I like to keep my mind empty of any expectation as we roll into this because who knows where we're
Right.
going to go.
And I will ask everybody to as tempting as St. Patrick's Day is as a
Yeah,
target, to hold off on that and focus on the first 2 weeks of
that's right.
March.
Let's look at the
Yep.
All
3rd,
right. So
Monday the 3rd. Yeah,
Raymond Stegman gives us transforming heroes, which they are one of the problem children of mutants and masterminds. So
oh,
that is definitely something to talk about.
okay.
They can be a bit of a challenge.
All right, I like that. Transforming superheroes. I'll be honest,
Yep.
when I heard that, I thought transforming them into, but I guess that's the same notion. Like transforming them from one thing to the other, but you're talking about the power transformation as opposed to.
Yes. Yeah. The ability to shapeshift or turn into other things,
Got
basically.
you. I'm gonna make sure
yeah.
to do this. That's not it. I'm going
Do you
to
think that
do.
covers growers and shrinkers too?
Yeah, I think we could touch on that as well.
Okay, so this is Raymond
This is Raymond Stegman.
Stegman, right?
Yeah. No F in there.
No, Stegman.
Stegman.
Stegman. Okay, great. All right, all right. Well, when we're off to the races, here we go. Transforming superheroes goes to the 3rd, and now we're on the 10th.
I lied a little bit ago. I did have one thought today, but that's because I encountered a machine that says it was designed to mobilize secretions.
Oh no.
And I
Oh,
hope I
that
never
certainly
meet that machine in real
certainly
life.
would give you thoughts.
Hey, Bear, good
Unfortunate,
to see you.
unfortunate thoughts.
Unfortunate thoughts. Yeah, that is. How would one word that? Do we want to maybe apply it to a good idea that comes out of the chat?
Let's hold off on that one for the moment.
All right, we'll let that marinate a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, SC Terra Marine has an idea that I think could actually work for St. Patrick's Day, talking about
Okay.
snakes. So let's
Heck
hold off on that
yeah.
for a second.
Yeah.
But our friend Apuk mentions hero points. So how often do you hand them out? Should they be player or GM inspired? What are the best times and best ways and underused ways to use them?
I
So
like that.
all the ways to use hero points.
I like that a lot. All okay, whoops. Sing.
All
It'll be a
about hero
sing
points.
episode. Using hero points all the ways. We'll improve on those titles, but this helps future Troy figure out what it is, and I want to say that that was from Apu, correct?
Yep.
Awesome. Good. Very nice. And so were you leaning towards snakes?
Yes. Our friend SC Terra Marine talks about snake heroes and villains. It is the year of the snake.
Yes.
And of course, St. Patrick chased all of the snakes out of Ireland. So it sounds like St. Patrick's Day is the perfect time for us to talk about snake
Why
heroes
not?
and villains.
Yeah,
And of
there's a whole
course,
group of snake people in Titan City who were chased out of
yes,
Ireland by St. Patrick.
perfect.
Love it.
They get their hour in the sun, along with our friends,
T.
the Serpent People and the Cult of the Yellow Sign, and all the other weird snaky bad guys and heroes.
I see Tamarine. Excellent idea. All right, on to the 24th.
Yeah, we need more snaky heroes. I don't know. Do we have any good
There are
snake
not a lot
heroes?
of snake-themed heroes, to my knowledge, off the top of my head. We have to give some thought to that.
They really lean more towards villains, I think, too, right? I mean, just
That
maybe
snakes have a tendency to have sort of a sinister reputation, so they have a tendency to be kind of stereotyped as villains.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Fair
it's
wise, I'm glad that you realized it was Monday and you were able to join us.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Episode suggestion, got that one. Super Soldiers and You.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So yeah, I'm thinking of the super soldiers thing. Could that be both your hero, your villain, your minion, your
Yeah, I mean, all kinds of super soldier experiments and efforts to create the ultimate soldier.
yeah.
It's too bad we can't talk about that today because Captain America comes out this weekend.
It does.
Oh, I see. Well, we can do it. Let's just scrap this and no, I'm kidding. What do you think about super soldiers then for the 24th?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Okay. Super soldiers. Let's see, Future Troy, what would you ask when you saw this without any prompting? Is it like crafting? Are we going to make a super soldier, or are we going to what do we think we're going to do with that?
I think it's talking about how to use them in story mode, knowing that the idea of a soldier being inherently a good thing in the 1940s is not necessarily the case today. How to
Right.
navigate some of that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of the things we could talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that. And so for a leading title, I'm thinking like multifacets, or the trying to capture that this is sort of a bigger picture as opposed to sort of just talking about Captain America.
Patriotism and punching.
Sure. Patriotism and punching. I'm not going to get into it, but there are some things I'd like to punch. And then we'll talk about who was this again? Was that a Pook? No, it was Claude.
Oh, it was Claude.
Is that right, Claude? Yes, that's right. Okay. And we may revisit that again just to flesh it out if we need. And now we're looking at the 31st.
All right, let's see.
The topic of XPs has come up a lot in chat
Yes.
so far.
Yes.
XPs.
For those of you who don't know, an XP is an homage character or an inspired by character. So it would be like when a player says, "How do I make a character like Nightcrawler in the game?" And the game master says, "Okay, you want to create a character who is really acrobatic and sort of a swashbuckler and can teleport. What are the other key elements of that character do you want to sort of match?"
Now, I fell into this. So what's the sort of etymology of XP?
That's a good question, actually.
Just to kind of help make sense of that. But I'll tell you this, one of the things that was really difficult for me that I came to terms with really as I kind of got more into comic books is that homage, is that there is a rich history of, yes, this is Mulverine and the Mulk, and
So an XP is short for exported character.
Export. There you go.
I see. And so one of the things that I see often when people are first sort of playing around with Mutants and Masterminds, they'll say, "Oh, well, that's just a straight up port of that character that I know of from another place." And yeah, it is.
Sure.
So I wonder, it's an interesting sort of discussion just to kind of get everybody at this is why it happens. This is the history of it. And I mean, I don't know how interesting that would be, but it would definitely be educational.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, and it's something that's going to come up in most M&M games.
Yeah, chances
Yeah,
are.
yes, right.
Yeah, either from a player side or the GM side. I think it's a good topic.
Yeah, and I suppose it's the part that is we of course are not practicing attorneys. We do not
Right.
represent the legalities of this or that. We depend on people who do that for a living. But there is a question of copyright versus homage versus all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much we can get into that, but
Well,
you
we can talk about it in very theoretical
sure,
terms.
absolutely, yeah, that works. Is it EXPY?
Usually, yeah.
The XP.
Some people do it with an IE, but I don't think there's an accepted spelling. So
Sure, we'll go with that for now. And then I'll say paying homage. Oops, homage. And anything that we want to add to this, this will clue me in when I'm going, what is the topic today?
just characters inspired by existing characters. Basically.
Yeah. Where and who was the person who
first gave us? I think that was
Some
our
Good
friend
Soup?
Some Good Soup.
Yes, excellent. Soup.
Also, I see Grant is here from Don't Kill My. Please don't kill my character.
Yay!
Welcome,
Who plays
Grant.
the
Glad you could join
Revenant
us.
that I really like.
Yeah, they're a fantastic group. Love them. Every last one of them. Okay, so now we're in April.
Yes.
Spring is sprung.
Right.
The 7th is the day
Flowers
after my birthday.
Hey, your birthday is on the 4th?
6th.
I mean, on the 4th. Yeah, no, that's right. On the 5th.
Well,
then.
first of all, Alex, I'm glad your birthday falls on the weekend this year.
Yes,
Me
exactly.
too.
And second, I think that you should get a special birthday choice of topic for the 7th.
Agreed.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure.
We can come back to it too if you want to noodle on it.
Or you can pick one of these many topics that people have offered.
Actually, I kind of want to do funny heroes that
Funny heroes?
Marines talking about.
That's great.
How to have
April
a funny
Fools.
character.
Yeah.
Start.
Yeah.
Funny heroes.
Heroes like it. And
Funny how? Funny like a clown?
Right. Funny haha.
Does this taste funny? Yeah. Let's see. This was. Was it SC Terra Marie? Okay. Whoops. 30 and was it 14 is your number? Great. Plus, I'm going to say birthday boy. Just to remember. What's your name? Is it Ailks? All right. Ailks. Awesome. We're on to the 14th, the day before tax day.
Well, I have to say Claude wins with the title Power Level 007 Super Spies and M&M.
Love that.
That's too charming to pass up.
Right? Power Level 007 Super Spies and M. Perfect. And that was Claude, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Look at how good we're doing. We're on that's Easter Monday. Not sure what that
is Easter
matters.
Monday?
I was going to say, is that a thing?
Yeah, I don't know. That's when I suppose Jesus comes throwing eggs at your door or something, right?
Right.
I must have missed that at Catholic practice.
Yeah.
Right. Catholic practice. Tailoring villains to your heroes, building an arch nemesis.
Sure. I'm game for that.
I like that. I do
All
like
ways
that.
to make a villain a foil or make it highlight something about your character or just be really annoying to face against.
And what's interesting about this is the idea that as a player, you can tailor your own nemesis and provide that information to the GM to kind of incorporate. Or you can, as a GM, look to your players and say, how shall I craft a villain that will really stymie their efforts or something along those lines. I like that. Let's see. Where Where did you go, Paul? All right. I also like the non-superhero idea too a lot, but we're gonna. All right, and folks, now if you pop your idea in and we don't see it, it's because the chat has run amok and it's lost in the void. So do me a
Indeed.
favor, repost it if you really love your idea. That way, I don't have to go, slogging too deep into the back. And then, Paul, do me a favor, would you repost that idea as there we go, tailoring villains to your heroes.
Arch nemesis.
And is there a dash?
Arch nemesis? Usually.
Yeah, we'll do that.
David Bullock has a great point that like all, really great sitcoms and low budget sci-fis, we really should have a clip episode at some point, that's just a retrospective of, hey, remember that time? And then Troy plays some harp music and
away we go in the time machine. I do like that a lot.
We just do dramatic recreations of them where our hair's a little bit different.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
I wonder if, okay, let's talk about this for a second. So if we were to do a retrospective and should we, I often, one of the things that I've always wanted to do was find, do some clips and then have people vote on their favorite moments or something, and then sort of play that in a way. That's, there's a lot of front loading that needs to be done with that.
Lots of planning for that planning episode.
Yeah, lots of prep. Not that that's necessarily difficult, but let me marinate on that because we certainly want to put it up, I think deeper into our schedule.
That's one of those, high budget special effects things that we might need some effort.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll do a Kickstarter. Squire says Troy having City of Heroes versus Marvel flashbacks. Sir, absolutely correct. He's talking about paying the homage and the legal issues and all that. I worked at NCSoft, and that was a real challenge. Folks were Marvel was none too pleased that there was a Wolverine running around in City of Heroes.
I bet they were not.
Yeah. And yet there was, and and they had something to say about it. Okay, so
all right, so we've got a couple of really niche topics.
Sure.
Like Tarzan or Jungle Heroes, or a specifically entire episode about the Shadow Knights from Super Team Handbook. I'm glad to know that they have their fan base.
Yeah. Well, I like both of those topics actually. I mean, I Tarzan and Jungle Heroes. It's not really my cup of tea as far as I just resonated with them, but this isn't about me. Yeah. Okay. What do you think? What will we discuss there?
Well, I guess we would talk about Jungle Heroes, but
yeah. There is a certain element of the Jungle Hero that is.
There are some issues with the tropes and the archetype, to be sure.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe a little flavor of colonization or
definitely a concern.
Okay, Jungle Heroes dovetails nicely with Lost World.
That's true. We could do Jungle Heroes and Lost Worlds if we want.
I like that.
It's a good combo.
All right. Yeah, that feels like Yeah. I do like the trope of the child lost and grows up, raised by wolves or monkeys or something.
The whole notion of some kind of primeval world tucked away in the setting is a very common one.
Really nice. Yeah. Well, this feels. I like that. Okay, good. Look at that.
I had an idea for a simple RPG that was just Wolf Mom and Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Party of wolves trying to raise a child together.
Right.
Wow. So you'd play the wolves and I love that idea.
Yeah, right.
That's such a neat idea. Okay. And then that, I believe this is an amalgamation of a couple different. So who came up with Jungle Heroes?
That was David Bullock. Came up with Lost World. I think Jungle Heroes came from SC Terra Marine.
Awesome. I'm going to do a little SC Terran. Okay, there we go. Marine.
Yes, Squire, you're right. Subterra definitely fits into the whole Lost World scenario. In fact, there's a whole lost world tucked away inside Subterra.
David, how do you spell your last name? Bolack. Great. Oops. Oop. This is the real title of this episode is Watch Troy Type Badly.
Right.
All right. Good to go. Now, if you can believe it, we're into May.
All right.
And let's see. Saturday Morning Supers, games based on the vibe of superhero cartoons. Ooh, I like that.
Okay, that's
I
fun.
like that.
I can do that.
You know, I'm going to pause right here. There are people in our community. You know, of course, we've got just a regular a cavalcade, if you will, of
Indeed.
people submitting great stories, heroes, villains. You know, riffing off of some of the stuff we do here on Mutants and Masterminds Monday in the Tank, which of course is atomicthinktank.com, and that's it's our community hub for not just Mutants and Masterminds, but the entire Green Ronin collection. And there's such an interesting group of folks that are phenomenal storytellers. They've got a thing about them, and I want to plant the notion out there. What if we did? You know, we could, for instance, bring them on the episode and have some fun and just get creative and do some kind of interesting, you know, sort of storytelling. We could, you know, grab a few of them and do a panel or a game show of some kind or some kind of way to sort of really as a way of highlighting their, you know, who they are and thanking them for being part of the community and having some fun.
I think that's great, Troy. I mean, you know, we know from our design workshops with the folks in the Cape and Cowl Club that we have some very creative folks in the Atomic Think Tank.
We sure do.
So it would be great to get some folks on, maybe to talk about some of the stuff they have posted in the, you know, especially in the Freedom City Library and, you know, in the other, you know, sort of resource areas of Atomic Think Tank, and talk about their ideas and, you know, their characters and settings and those kinds of things.
I love that. So maybe we do, as a nice way of sort of highlighting what the work that they're doing, we focus on stuff that they've added to the tank and sort of, okay, I love that. So maybe we do a sort of,
we could do a whole Who's in the Tank.
Who's in the Tank
episode.
You read my mind. I love that. Who's in the Tank? That's fantastic.
Can we possibly put that one on the 12th and do something about anti-heroes for the release of Thunderbolts on the 5th?
Oh, sure.
That's a good notion.
Sure.
Be a little market savvy.
That's great. Now, I don't know what that is. Did you say it's Thunder what?
Thunderbolts, the Marvel movie.
Yeah, just a topic about how to run a team of anti-heroes.
Okay, yeah.
Villains.
We'll call this. So yeah, do you say anti-heroes / villains?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anti-hero
/ villain team.
I like that.
How to, so that we remember it's that and not
villain
anti-hero / villain team.
How to run, how to build, how to.
Yeah, I'd say how to run that kind of game.
How to run. We'll probably talk about how to put one together as well as part of it, but
yeah. So how to run an anti-hero villain.
Yeah, there we go.
Team or encounter.
I think team.
Team is good.
Awesome. And then this
series maybe.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about series essentially, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. I love that.
Alex / Marvel's PR team.
Right.
I'll put.
You're welcome, Marvel. Please feel free to send us things.
Thunderbolt.
Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Okay, yeah. Thunderbolts. And that's an anti-hero team? Why? I feel like I'm just learning about
Yes. Yeah, Marvel's actually managed to keep that pretty quiet. I haven't seen a lot of promotion of it yet.
Because I'm not, yeah.
Yeah. They had a new trailer for the season finale of football last night, but I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, right.
Football? What's that?
Sports ball.
Sports ball. Okay. I'll have to do an internet search on that one. Okay, so this is great. Running an anti-hero. We got Who's in the Tank, which is so fun. I'm really looking. That's going to be a fun one,
right?
And then Now we got the 19th, a hero for hire type team. I like the sound of that. It feels like it could have additional
Mm.
elements.
Kind of close to our they're not really anti-heroes per se, but kind of close to our previous week
Yeah, mercs
as
and all the
far as
like.
that goes, right?
Yeah,
Mercenaries and that sort of a
yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Let's see.
David Bullock points out about whether we're due for a Valiant episode.
We're probably due.
Good possibility.
Alex, you made a little noise there. Do we want to do that on the 19th?
Yeah. I worked on Valiant all day yesterday.
Right? Valiant every day, all day.
Yes.
Do you think that the May works?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So we'll do the 19th.
Everything should be back by editing way before
Yes,
then.
we'll
so
call it the
that should
state
be
of
good.
the Valiant.
I love that. Oops. I will also say this. Robarian, our resident Valiant expert, he and I have been just talking and talking and talking, and I won't say much. Steve and Alex, we talked about this a little bit, but there's a music association with Valiant and a particular band that has made an appearance in their
In their
within the page.
continuity. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's lots of stuff to talk about specific to the current publisher or the current I'm Alien.
Yep.
And a lot of good stuff there. So the state, I'll just say the state of the Valiant, sure.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, great. Now we are taking Memorial Day off.
Yep.
And we will jump to the 2nd of June. And get rid of this.
Cruising.
Yeah, we are cruising. It is,
Right.
wow, how many months is that?
3.
All right, great, everyone. We're
3.
done. Thank you all for joining us. All right, what do we got for June? We
March,
got
April, May.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The 16th is the week of Origins. If we could think of anything fun to tie into that.
Origins, origin stories.
A bunch of Eminem at that convention.
Orange, you glad that you listened to Mutants and Masterminds Monday?
Right.
I like the LGBTQ.
Oh, see, now SC Termarine, now you're just pandering to me.
You are pandering.
I mean, I am absolutely here for it.
I do like that. And it's June.
Yeah, it's Pride Month.
Holy smokes, SC Termarine, great one. I'm gonna do that because I want to. LGBTQIA plus heroes and villains.
Man, David Bullock goes to Origins hardcore. He knows about the Big Bar on 3. Yeah.
Right.
A question. So, heroes and villains in history. That's an interesting one. I also like the notion of discussing the villain coding that happens out there in the world that I'm actually not personally opposed to.
No.
But that's just me.
I hear that.
Yeah, right. I would much rather hang out with Ursula than the Little Mermaid, frankly. But
girl,
yeah,
same.
Yeah, let's.
I like Mae West too.
Right. Yeah. True. Yep. Which is kind of the homage that Divine was paying in a way. All right. Let's do this. Yeah, I do too. I like that, Claude. Let's see. That was SC Terran. I guess the next 3 months of Moon Mamo brought to you by SC Terran Marine.
Right.
Let's see. Okay, good deal.
What is he gonna do with? What is SC Terran Marine gonna do with all these hero points?
I know, right? You can really cause some havoc, for sure. Let's see. Try getting Hornetico to stop from the Discord for that episode. Some good soup, help me out there. I'm not exactly sure what you mean.
Unclear on your request.
Hornetico being a person, sure, but and what subject matter as well. Let's see. I'm looking. What do we see? Anything that you
Imagine
picked up
If's going
on?
to be at Origins. So Imagine If, I'm running 6 games at Origins. So sign up for one of those.
And when is Origins again?
It's the 18th through the 20,
through the
23rd.
whatever 22nd.
Got you.
21st.
Okay, yeah. So betwixt the 16th and the 23rd, I get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Heroes for Hire. Okay, interesting. I do think that we can kind of put the Heroes for Hire thing into. There's a discussion there about minions and the like.
Mhm.
Corporate Heroes, the Power Company prototype from Ultraverse, X-Force, Ecstatics. Huh.
Yep. That's an
Um,
option.
that is for sure. Looking.
We've
Yeah.
got 2 different requests for angels and/or demons, and demonic
Oh.
contracts and the like.
Oh, I like that.
We
So
could do a heaven and hell episode.
yeah, right. Let's do that.
Do a Da Vinci Code episode.
You know,
That's interesting
talk
because yeah, go ahead.
I can talk about how monotheism ruined Supernatural for me.
Right. Yeah. I like that. I'm trying to think of a clever sort of, heroes from hell, villains from heaven, or something, like a little, because it kind of, the landscape of storytelling is just riddled with heroes. They're, demons that act like heroes do, and
Mhm.
and the like. Would we like that notion, or shall we?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Heroes from hell.
It's my favorite Ronnie James Dio song, Heaven and Hell.
Right. I thought it felt
Right.
like a little more Meatloafy, but I'm not a Meatloaf fan. So
That's Bad Out of Hell.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I like that. That's a fun. And who was that?
That was
someone
a kind of a mashup of a couple of different folks. I think that was Devious and King Snarf.
King Snarf, Devious. All right. I'm pretty. I don't know why it is. I really like the name King Snarf. Is Snarf a character in the Thundercats?
Mhm.
Yes, in fact.
I think that's why I have an affinity for that.
He's
Underwater
the Thundercats
Adventures?
cat.
What was that?
Yes, Snarf is
But
the
he's the
character that
Thundercats
is a
cat.
cat.
Yeah, that must be it. That must be it. Let's see. Looking at, I had it and then I lost it. It was doodly-doo.
So
Underwater Adventures. That was what I was thinking of. The reason I thought about that is that there's a lot of fun to be had with underwater kingdoms, but also
Yes.
sort of like underwater bases, underwater,
Yep, absolutely.
submarine, the kind of whole thing.
All that stuff,
All right, let's do that here on the 16th.
which is also my birthday.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I love it. Underwater Adventures with Scuba Steve. Let's see here. Yeah, it's the whole lock, stock, and barrel where I'm
Yeah, absolutely.
too into it.
Wet and Wild, Eminem.
That's a different episode.
Squirt gun
Steve's
optional.
birthday.
Right.
Birthday. I said birthday. And also this was Grant.
Squire, the Snorks will be in the underwater episode, not the Snarf episode.
Right, Snorks.
Oh, the
Wow,
Snorks.
that's a deep cut.
Right? Remember them?
Yeah,
Alex doesn't, but
vaguely remember them. I
Are
might have
they
been
underwater
far too young.
Smurfs?
basically, yes.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much
Better
it.
than one.
Yep.
Claude's going to be running games at ECCC. Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. We'll have to come by and interesting. So, are you going to be running Mutants and Masterminds games at Emerald City Comic Con? It's one of the events that I love, and they've got a great group of folks that kind of coordinate various volunteer activities for women in gaming and a bunch of other great stuff. But I've been there twice in the many years that I've worked in video games and tabletop roleplay. So
Mhm.
I'll admit to being unclear how much roleplay action they got there.
Yeah, that can vary a lot at Comic Cons. So
Yeah, yeah, and so I love the idea. There's an idea about Juneteenth and talking about African heroes and heroes of African descent. My only issue is I'm as white as paper, so
Right.
I want to see what we can do there.
Yes.
But then I also, I want it to be a topic that isn't sort of forced and fortunately we are in the headspace of representation 24/7. But
Hmm.
yeah, let's noodle on that for a bit.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Um,
Um, Grant Anderson brings up historical and mythic characters.
oh,
I think that would be a
that's
fun
the ghost of George
topic to
Washington.
visit.
Um,
Little steampunk Lincoln, in his mecha suit,
yes, right.
you know,
So it was historic.
and
I thought
mythic.
Lincoln was a vampire
Lord.
hunter.
Vampire Hunter.
That's another one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah.
That was historic and mythic heroes, characters.
Heroes and villains.
Got you. Yeah, I like that. Historic and mythic characters in your M&M. I like that. And that was that Grant?
That was Grant Anderson, yes.
Love it. Okay. Awesome. And now we are at the 30th.
All right.
Scanning.
Yes, we'll definitely talk about Alex playing Beowulf.
Interesting.
That's a
David
good
Bola
time.
says, why does no one do an Under Magma Kingdom? That's a real hot idea.
That was in the premiere of Invincible last week. They had an under Magma
Right?
Kingdom.
Under Magma
I
Kingdom.
love it. I love it. Topic: robot heroes and villains. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Again, this season of Mumamo brought to you by
SC Terra Marine. Yep.
Yeah. Ogun, we did talk about starships a few weeks ago.
Oh,
that was
oh,
the
right.
topic we talked
Indeed.
about within the month, I think.
Pretty
So,
recently.
I can check.
Another element of this that I want to add, I want to invite friends like the folks that are doing Masks and Mayhem to talk to them about their journeys, their stories, just sort of interrogate them a little bit. So maybe, and also invite our friends from Don't Kill My Character and other groups like that. How do we kind of intersperse it in there a bit? You give them a little juice and sort of celebrate the fact that they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Maybe we do that on the 30th and we start with RC.
Sure.
And
That'd be great.
Mayhem. Okay. Well, I'm going to, one of the challenges here is that we can put them down here and they cannot be available. So, and I, all of this comes with the caveat that for no reason that we could maybe articulate, some of these may change the very moment before the show's to begin. So understand that the chaotic nature of scheduling and the like may make things a little different.
Indeed.
Him.
Sorry you missed the spaceship episode, Ogun, but the best part is that you can go back in the YouTube archives and find it.
You sure can. Yeah. Yeah. I'll put this. I'll do a special guest. We'll do this. TBD. Okay, excellent. Now, looking at the time, I cannot believe this. Now, we did start just a hair late, I believe.
We did.
So we'll add 5 minutes to the clock.
We did. And we filled up a good 4 months.
We really did. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, we could run through this whole entire year and with
there would be fewer planning episodes.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I kind of love the
flexibility too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, these all look very good. Transforming superheroes, using hero points, creating snake.
Now we have to go back and make sure that everything Trevor wrote makes sense.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Patriotism and punches, which I think is funny.
Because weeks from now, we have to be like, what is this for?
That's what we always do. We'll write some stuff and I'll be like, guys, I cannot for the life of me remember what the focus of this was. Okay, so the XP paying homage, Funny Heroes, it's a good one. Power Level, that's a great one too. Super Spies is so fun because all the gadgets, things that we get, that's a good one. I'm still not sure what Easter Monday's all about. Tailoring villains to your heroes, Jungle Heroes and Lost Worlds, fun.
Yeah.
How to run an anti-hero villain team. That's a good one. Who's in the Tank? I'm very much looking forward to that. The State of the Valiant, skipping the 26th and going to Heroes and Villains in History. LGBT, my little plus is covering that, but
Yes.
yes, our Lavender Heroes, Heroes from Hell, Villains from Heaven. That's a clever one too.
Right.
Underwater Adventures, which in the Underwater Adventures, immediately I'm thinking, what were we talking about here? So imagine my confusion in a few months. That one is going to be like underwater bases, just the whole underwater
visiting Atlantis, dealing with threats
Yes.
from beneath the sea. All
Lovely.
that stuff.
All right, no guarantee that I'll remember that, but glad that we clarified. Historic and mythic characters in your M&M. I do like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that fills the gaps for my pea brain. Special guests, potentially Masks to Mayhem. We'll look at another group if they're available. And wow, okay. So let's see. This is your final call, friends, for ideas and things that you really would like to see on the schedule. The Easter week you're missing could be myths, legends, and folklore. Huh.
We do have something on that Easter Monday. We did schedule something.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We just don't know why it's calling out Easter.
We just don't know why it's called Easter Monday.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's the Monday that is confusing me.
I guess it's the holiday that people get off. I don't know.
I don't.
Anyway,
yeah.
we're not taking that off.
Yeah, no worries. It's yeah. I just this particular round I did not want to schedule without the holidays like right there, in your face, right? Because we do that. Last time we did that, it was a little bit of a mess. Okay, so
in July we need a Superman episode.
Yes.
Okay.
Or a crypto episode.
Like cryptocurrency?
No.
Crypto the Super Dog.
The Super Dog is the only crypto that we have on this episode.
Nice. I love that. Do we want to do that on the 7th?
Man, I can't do a Superman actual play, can I? Is that against the rules?
You can sort of, yeah, why not?
I have a really cool adventure I'm writing called The Day Krypton Stood Still, and Superman and his pals have to go to the day Krypton was destroyed to find something to save Earth from suffering a similar fate.
Wow.
Oh, intensities. Yeah, who plays Superman in that?
Whoever wants to play Superman.
Whoever wants to, I suppose.
Heavy is the head.
Superman, Supergirl, Steel, Crypto, Power Girl.
Oh, I want to play Crypto.
The whole super family.
Mm-hmm.
I have to practice, or otherwise it'd be a little rough. Get it?
rough.
Yes, there's growing demand for a Super Pets episode, which I know we've done at least once. But
we have done Super Pets. I remember the art for it because I really went all out and had every animal represented. So help me out with the 7th here. We've got. Do we want to do a Superman episode? Do we want to do a Super Pets episode? Crypto.
Are we allowed to do a Superman episode? I want to do a Superman episode.
Oh, we can talk about Superman. Sure.
Absolutely. And is it Superman in the context of sort of the?
I mean, we could talk about Superman as basically the origin of the modern superhero. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of that in the context of a program where we're like, yes, Superman is the, and then we're like,
yes,
show.
Let's go with David Bullock's idea, and we'll do a Paragons archetype episode.
Nice.
We're talking about the Superman archetype.
Paragons archetype. Is that right? Archetype.
Yes.
In Eminem.
Fittingly, that is the Monday before the movie comes out.
Yes.
Good. A good deal. Okay, so I'm going to put David. And there's something else I was going to write in here. Superman release. just so I go, oh yeah, the Superman release is happening around this day.
Right.
Subpar Man. Why Alex despises the Man of Steel. I think
That's
he's
a
May
funny
come
joke.
up.
yeah. Let's see. How about the Super Family? Okay.
Well, that's currently for the Fantastic Four release. It's also that month.
Which I was
No,
going to say is also that month.
how
So
funny. So do we, with the Fantastic Four, do we have a sort of another mediocre run at the whole thing while the licensed holders continue to hold it until something
well, this is a Marvel project,
Oh, it
so
is a Marvel
yeah.
project.
No, that the whole license thing is reverted. This is Marvel Studios doing their
Okay.
run at Fantastic Four. So
I don't know
pretty good.
how much I trust them to do any better, but I have a love for the
Well,
Fantastic Four that was not,
me too.
weathered
Me too.
by
Yeah.
the stinkers that have been that
Yeah.
litter the
Well, the one teaser trailer they've released so far, I gotta say, I like what I see. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Disney already made one good Fantastic
How
Four
about
movie. It was called The
Fantastic
Incredibles.
Families? Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
There we go.
families. That's not how you spell families.
No, there's an I in there.
That's Famales. That's a Mexican dish.
Tamales. That's the it's
Yes.
the other tamale. Fantastic Families. I love that.
Yeah.
Superhero families. Fine. I'll come up with a better topic there. But I'm
Yeah.
going to put here. Who gets credit for this? Who's the one?
That's a good one. I think the first
Paul
King
Rudd.
Snarf was the first one to bring it up.
Nice. King Snarf, and I'll put fantastic for release.
And technically, that release is on the 25th if you
Yeah.
want to put it on the 21st. But
Yeah, it won't be quite the week of, but
Okay, yeah, okay. That could be fun to move it a little closer to be closer to the hype.
yep, fair enough.
Okay, so we're
So
quickly running running out of time. Go ahead.
yeah,
Steve.
we are. I was going to say, do we want to just to round out the complete SC Terra Marine collection?
Sure.
We could throw Robot Heroes and Villains on the 14th.
Let's do that. Robot Heroes and Villains.
Yeah.
Robot or robotic, or is there a difference?
Yeah. Same thing.
Same thing.
same
Okay.
idea.
And M, and this being the quarter of the SC Terran Marine.
Yep.
And we'll do that. We'll have to design a new, a next level hero point.
SC Terra Marine is going to need their own hero point.
Yeah, you're gonna need one of those little coin books that you get when you put your quarters in and you're
Right.
collecting them. Okay. We do have the 28th. Maybe we round that out and then we call it a day.
That sounds
Yeah,
fair.
I like this idea about making a backstory for your hero.
Exactly. That's just what I was going to suggest as well.
Okay.
Grant Anderson's making a compelling backstory for your hero, or how to bombard your GM with 10 pages of backstory.
Yeah, that's right. And ways that you can be sure that they read every single word.
Yes, absolutely.
That's funny. Backstory. Making a compelling backstory. Sure.
Yes.
And you know what's fun about that is that we can also talk about how brevity is the. Oh, and I do want to put Grant in there.
It's the soul of wit.
Is the soul of wit. It's also the thing that you can make sure, one great way to make sure that people read your stuff is to make it brief.
It's true.
And that was Grant Anderson.
Yes.
Claude said it was okay. Anderson. Awesome. Ta-da! Well, friends, as per
bonus month.
Yeah, I mean, as per the usual, we've got so much stuff. We do have a "What's in the Tank? Who's in the Tank?" topic there, Devious. That will cover Pinewood Project for sure.
Yeah, we can definitely touch on that.
Yeah, and we'll be talking also about what's in the tank here very shortly. But this portion of your Mutants and Masterminds comes to a close. We have planned out 4 months, which is not surprising. But Guys,
And
thank you so much.
and yet in 4 months, we're going to be like, wow, it's a planning episode again already.
We will absolutely 100% that we will do that as we have throughout the ages for past
As long as
episodes.
there have been planning episodes.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Hey, Steve, what's going on in the Steve Kenson cinematic universe?
So folks who are in the Cape and Cowl Club of Atomic Think Tank are hopefully aware that the form to sign up for Mutants and Masterminds playtesting is up and available.
Yes.
So
yes.
folks who are interested in checking out and taking the newest upcoming M&M stuff out for a test drive and kicking the tires and letting us know how it all works
Yeah.
in your game, this is your chance to go sign up for that. It is included for folks who are paid members of the Cape and Cowl Club on Atomic Think Tank. So it's a great
True.
additional benefit for that membership.
That's right. So you can join the Cape and Cowl Club for just $8 a month. You get a free trial month starting now. So you were able to kind of step in and dip your toe in the water, as it were. We're pretty confident that you'll enjoy both the company and the opportunity to engage on all the fun ways that we do. And to just cover that real quickly, look at this calendar. So we're looking at, this is V1. I'm sure there needs to be a V2, but you see that inner circle there. You got mix up poll, actual play, stat blocks, dev chat, workshops. These are the things that the Cape and Cowl Club, just a few of the things, honestly, that they engage in. The workshop is phenomenal. Right now, they're working with Alex and Steve to create, it's called the Pinewood Project, which is kind of a imagine superheroes, super strange stuff happening in sort of a rural, a small city activities, which, given the nature of the discussions that I've heard, it's a lot. There's a lot that goes on in these places. But it really is a masterclass in what does it mean to create or write or kind of fabricate a TTRPG adventure, and it's really a source book, really, and all of the above. It's a pretty phenomenal thing to watch, and I've really enjoyed it. There is quite a bit of creating going on under the tutelage of Alex and Steve. There is so I think that actual play might actually change, right? Because we did our part 1, right, Alex?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did
a couple days ago.
Yeah. Which was what was her Mama
Mama Kiger.
Mama Kiger, Mama Boyle's back or whatever. She pops out her sisters. I can't, when you spelled that out, I was like, who? But the adventure's up on YouTube, and it's the first part of it. It's a lot of fun. That's all of the Cape and Cowl Club folks are members. It's really, really fun. And stat blocks, of course, that's our regular offering of stat blocks. I think are we on archetypes right now?
I think we just finished are just finishing up with the last Foes of Most Wanted characters.
That's
and right. Then we are moving on to the Book of Magic archetypes.
Nice. Now here's another thing too. One of the things that we have as we've gone through, and looked at and talked about various books and things, there is a collection of heroes that are visually represented but don't have any names or anything. I think it might be a fun idea for us to do something for the Cape and Cowl where we're, bringing those characters, into relief, if you will.
Yeah,
but anyway, that's what's going on with Cape and Cowl Club stuff. There's more to dig into, of course, but not the least of which are these play tests. You're going to want to be there for sure.
Troy, you forgot the best part about the actual play.
What was that?
The supplier of heavy equipment, Charles Bulldozerin of the Freedom City Bulldozerins.
The Bulldozerin family.
Yes, yeah. No, one of my favorites. And,
not that Bulldozerin guy pushed me around anymore.
I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite NPCs that is now a fan favorite as well. You definitely want to check that out on YouTube if you haven't seen it, or if you have.
Charles Bulldozerin now.
Well, a lot of fun though. What a cast of characters. Alex, what's going on with you in your world?
It's all Valiant all the time right now.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I've got Freedom League Dark in the Multiverse of the Master Mage. And there's more episodes of the Titan City Serials podcast on Thursday, everywhere that you can find your podcasts.
Lovely. And to get a little more information on that, can they go to untoldsstoriesproject.com? Is that right? Comundos.
Also, the Far Side elite soldiers are called Comundos instead of.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for jogging our memory on that, Paul Rua. I love it. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Chat, you are absolutely, as per the usual, just filled with very inspiring ideas. We've got 4 months worth of it, and we'll be talking about it and ruining your ideas in the months to come.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it with glee even. All right, friends. Thank you, everybody. We're going to dig into what's going on a little bit deeper and let these two guys jump out of here. I'm going to bring Devious in and we'll talk about what's in the tank. Bye-bye. All righty. So we do have a lot going on. Let me do this. Hi, our music. I like it. So right now we're at the 10th. Of course, today is Mumamo, and we've got Thursday on the 13th. Alex is going to be doing Joy of Game Mastering on Sunday, and Mumamo again on Monday. Thursday's on Thursday. Inside the ring here, you will see on every Wednesday there's office hours. What that means is I'm going to be hanging out in the tank, and we'll be on a Zoom call together. We can talk about all kinds of great and good stuff. In addition to that, let's see. Oh, the dev chat. That's the only day that I don't do our office hours, because we're all hanging out and doing some stuff, talking about things that are going on in the world of development for the Cape and Cow Club. And the workshop, of course, we talked about that, and we round out the rest of the month with our live streams, Joy of Game Mastering, Mumamo, and Thursday on their respective days. But we do have today our special friend has joined us. Our special friend. It sounds like mother's boyfriend or something. It is not that. It's you, friend. How are you?
It's me, everyone.
That's you.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going very well. And I'm glad that you're here because we are talking, of course, about what's in the tank, right?
Excellent. Fantastic. And man, those suggestions were flying by.
They're so good, aren't they?
Everybody was shooting them out there. Good Lord.
And it's always one of the things that I love about it is it's an idea where we talk about one idea comes out and then we're like, oh, yeah. Oh, that can be a part of this idea. And that can be a part of this. I mean, it's just a really fun community event. It's something I really, really enjoy.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. Are Ultra Humanites bodies flesh bots?
Good question.
Yeah. Interesting. Yes. So we're talking about what's in the tank, right?
We are talking about what's in the tank.
And what that is basically this is our little, 15 minutes to half hour discussion about all the groovy, awesome things that folks are contributing to the Mutants and Mastermind side of the house. Let's get into it.
Absolutely. The first thing that we have is I really didn't write any articles at the Freedom City Library this week. I put a question up there, but what do you feel is the most added house rules to your home campaigns?
Yeah.
Trying to get an idea about, what most people like to add to their game, to add one thing or another. But I didn't write any articles.
Cheese.
But cheese? Well,
yeah.
Yes, cheeses.
Yes, what a friend we have. Delicious cheeses.
Gather ye cheese curds while ye may.
Right, indeed.
But anyway, there was a lot in the Aegis files.
Nice.
Specifically for the Fey Touch Challenge. And I'm just, overwhelmed by all the love. Matt Mabray really came in, swung for the fences. We have also Brenton Hudson doing the Sorceress as well. And just thanks so much for all the contributions there. We're going to be announcing the winner in just a little while. I did want to, so while I didn't do any articles in the Freedom City Library, I did do them in the Foundry VTT feed. There's 2 new articles leveling up your Mutants Masterminds game in Foundry VTT and also Hero Lab Importer. The basic steps for importing your hero into Foundry directly from Hero Lab. Well, not directly. The next XML file, but close enough. I also pointed out a couple of other articles that I put in there that may have been, glossed over because they're not on the Mutants Masterminds feed. But I thought it was important to point out.
Yeah, and also just a reminder, Mutants and Masterminds has a very prominent place because it's we love it. It's our game. But there are other Green Ronin titles and things mixed up in the tank as well. But we'll talk about that on Thursday.
Absolutely. Now, the Fey and Fabulous Fey Touch Challenge is over. We'll be announcing the winner in just a moment. But before we do, I wanted to go down and look at a couple of the featured articles here. I just put all the Fey Touched articles back up here because look at this. Look at all the articles Big Nate did.
Look at that. That is, Big Nate has got it. He has been. We happened to touch on a little bit of a nerve, a good one, as it were, because he is just, he's been working a long time on a kind of Fey world sort of experience.
Yeah, Fey Touched. He is Fey Touched, so I think that's definitely a way to put that because he loves them Fey.
Yeah. Well, we love Big Nate.
Well, yeah, and we love Big Nate because Big Nate's the bomb.
That's
right. But
on
but also here are all the Fey Touched Moo Memo entries, and you can see Matt Mabray, and Britton Hudson. It is all down to a random roll, though. We put them all together. We make a random roll, and the winner gets the coveted, the prestigious, the Aloysius, the delicious, the Frank Delamotion, the nutritious Green Ronini.
Yes, right.
And this is brought to you by the lovely folks at Green Ronin and Vinomic Think Tank. The winner of the Fey Touch Challenge. Are you ready, Troy?
I'm ready. I'm doing a drum roll in my brain.
I want you to be braced and everything. The winner is Matt Mabray.
Lovely.
Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it with 5 out of 6 entries there? Who'd have thunk it? But it just doesn't seem right. I mean, I know the Fey Touched Challenge was for the Aegis files specifically, but there was somebody who put in a lot of work, Troy.
Yeah, they did.
He put a lot. So I talked with Troy. We talked about it. We hashed it out for hours and
hours.
We decided it was grueling.
Yeah,
but we decided we're going to give an honorary Green Ronini to Big Nate.
What that means is that both of these folks get to pick anything out of the Green Ronin store that they like, and we will give you a digital version, of course, of the PDF of your choice, which is really awesome. Clearly both of these two Fey Touched, they've got their finger on the pulse of this topic, and we appreciate it.
I'm still waiting on my PDF version of the mug and the jacket I ordered.
I've got to print it out.
Okay,
yeah. I'll print out that it'll be a little paper cutty, but it'll be a nice jacket, I think.
Sure, send that over to me. I appreciate that, sir.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. But congratulations to both Matt Mabray and also Big Nate. Big Nate, you earned it. You put in a lot of work there. We greatly appreciate it. Matt Mabray, wow, great stuff. Love the Winter Queen and how it's an homage to Etrigan from DC Comics. But also I want to point out that Matt Mabray is now the first person to officially win 3 Green Roninis.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We had double headers, but he's triple.
If Matt Mabray wins again, we'll have to think of the next level Ronini for him.
Right. I think he technically, wins the. I think he technically wins the home run at that point. There's double, triple, and then home run.
This is a good question, David. I don't know, and I think that we ought to explore the notion of a cheese-based product in the store. I do love that. I'm also very, very hungry.
Perhaps a triple cream brie.
I like that. I did eat a lot of triple cream brie during our actual play.
I myself am very partial to a smoked cheddar cheese ball or smoked Gouda.
Right, and also Matt, doesn't have to retire. Just so you know, there's no retiring here. You will slog away in the mine, in the hero mines,
in the cheese mines.
Your days. Yes.
One
SC Marine, did you do a Elven Technomage? We'll have to look into that. I didn't see SC Marine's submission. I'll be sure to. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
the way I pull them up is I pull them up by making sure the hashtag Faye Touched is in the bar. If you don't have that tag in there, I don't pull it up.
Yeah, we just can't find them. Just there's so much going on. But let me know, SC Terran, if you did submit an Elven Technomage for that. Let's talk. Let's
take a look. But I just want to say that I had such an amazing time this weekend at the When You're Good to Mama, the actual play that we had.
Look at Mama with all of her sisters on her back.
Sisters. Anyway.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Anyway, I had a fantastic time. I also put up a summary of what went on.
Nice.
Folks. Here's a link to the video, and here's going over who played what, and then the key points of what happened in this very first session. Very much looking forward to the next session. Yeah, it was fantastic. It was really, really fun. And I can't believe Alex ran most of that off his cuff. He had to prepare a little bit. Come on.
He's a pro. He's a pro. Yeah. I'm thinking about my character and the fact that, one of the things that happens when she gets stressed out is telekinetics problems and
poltergeists.
Looking forward to that, actually.
Oh, yeah.
But fun stuff.
Absolutely.
Everybody was a blast.
Oh, hoot and a holler. I was kind of concerned it was just a hoot at first, but then the holler came along, made a complete set.
Thanks, Doc. Yeah. Doc was my twin sister.
There he is.
I love that. My twin sister, telekinetic. I'm more of a psychic. And
that's Brett and Laura.
Paul was there as a phenomenal. I just
Aelin
was such a great captain, but sort of the it felt like a little bit of like knows all the stuff kind of on the in the gray areas and the interactions with Mama Kiger were hilarious.
I really love the way Paul role played it. He literally played very catty. And played it just very, very, very well done. And also Doc Boyd, I'm applauding all of you, all three of you. Amazing.
Really good stuff. Paul, you played it as kind of the mercenary, the friendly, but sort of with a kind of a southern drawl, I think, if I remember. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Good times. Okay, so there we have it. Have we covered all the things that are in the tank?
We've covered all the things that are in the tank. We've gone over everything up to this point.
Lovely.
The only thing that I want to say at this point is had such a great time in actual play. It's just a wonderful opportunity to interact with Alex and everybody there. So
it really is fun.
Oh, absolutely.
It is a blast, and those happen. I believe we're doing them. We might be doing them every other month, but when we got opportunities like this, where if you play one episode of a particular adventure with Alex, there's potentially 2 or 3 more to come after that.
Yes, the patented Alex Thomas 4-part one shot.
Yeah,
I've got no problem with that because I had such a great time.
Oh, same.
Darn, if I don't finish everything in one sitting, I'm game for more.
It's kind of funny, Devious. I love playing and having an opportunity. Sometimes it's the only time I get to really play because we're so busy doing the work of it all that we don't get a chance to. And I kind of hope when I'm playing, when Alex is the GM, that he'll be committed to the bit, because if he's into the story and he's along for the ride, it's definitely a couple trips, and I love it.
Absolutely. Had a great
fantastic.
What
Marine, did you? I just want to make sure that you hashtagged it right, and if you did, let us know, and we'll make it good. If you didn't, you might want to go back in, edit it, and redo that, and just so that it is included, for historical purposes, and to remember that we want to make sure we add the hashtag. What's the hashtag?
Faye touched.
Faye touched, yeah. And to,
FEYTOUCH.
right, yeah. And to make sure when you're in future contests, you want to make sure you're capturing that hashtag. Otherwise, as like you can see in the topics that we've done are sort of over the few months to come, we've got lots of discussions that are very different. There's a lot of diverse kind of commentary and stuff, so it helps us sort of zero in when you use the right hashtags.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I just did the search at the top, Faye touched, and these are the only ones that come up. One for Britton Hudson, and the rest of them are all Matt Mabry.
Yeah.
Did you maybe put a dash between? Let me look there. No, there's nothing.
Well, let's handle the rest of this off the air. We'll figure it out.
No problem.
We'll figure it out. And okay, great. Well, I feel like that's that. I am absolutely starving right now. I'm not sure exactly why, but I definitely feel it. Hey, my friend,
have a triple cream brie waiting on you, don't you?
I do. You know what I've been doing this entire time is holding onto a lemon. I don't know why, but I have a real life lemon in my hands right now, and I want to eat it. So.
Fantastic.
You know what that means? I need to get some food. Devious, thank you so much for putting that together. I really do appreciate it. We do this every single Monday. Folks, be sure to check out some of our past episodes and let us know, should we do a clip show of some kind? And if we do, how would you like to see it? I think that'd be a lot of fun. I hope it would be. Maybe we do, we couple it with like a Green Room Nini sort of award ceremony maybe in the future, something like that. I don't know. But I think that's it, my friend.
But I'm done. You?
I'm done.
Woo!
All right, then. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Hey.